Hey everybody, this is Jack Alba with another money episode. Today we are doing a deep dive into fees and just how much are those subscriptions or bad habits that you're spending every day, how are they affecting you in terms of the present value of that habit and the future value of those habits. So let's get to it. Okay, so here we have our handy dandy Excel workbook, and let's look at an example where you have an account growing at, let's even say a conservative 5% a year with and without fees, and we'll look to see that percentage on the fee. So here, so if you don't know how to do this, we're going to do a 30-year projection. So we're going to go a series, columns, 30. Okay, let's say 5%. Okay, this is our growth rate that we're saying. And here, you know what? So you can start at 0. And this will be without fees. This should be like if you had some sort of brokerage account or you're paying someone to manage it and they're charging you a fee each year. So let's say we start out with 100 grand. And then with, here we'll say with fees, and we will say, so this is the growth rate, this is the annual percentage fee. Let's just say 1%. So right off the bat, you put in the 100 grand, but they're going to charge you a fee to manage that. So okay, and then here we're just going the prior period times 1 plus the growth rate. Put that all the way down. So we end up with about 432,000 at the end of 30 years. So here though, so this $99 now will grow at the 5%, but then at the end of the year, we'll deduct the 1%. So here we're going to go this times 1 plus the growth rate times 1 minus this annual fee. Let's take that down. Look at the difference here. Let's look at it in a graph. You can see that it's really starting to ramp up over time. We talk about compound interest a lot, but we don't really talk about compounding fees. And these fees, you know, it's only $1,000 here, but you know, by the end we're talking 100 grand. So what is that actually on this? And that's almost 25% in fees that are getting eaten away. So let's say even the ones that seem really low, let's say like 0.010%, still 13 grand over. That one doesn't really look too bad. .5%, $62,000 difference over that 30 years. Now fees eat into your amount that can compound, and so can other bad habits. You know, do you spend $200 a month on Starbucks? Are you spending, and not even a super bad habit, but this book, Early Retirement Extreme, taught me to think about things that maybe I don't really value that much that I can do myself, such as a haircut. I cut my own hair now. I mean, $20 a month. My hair used to be super long. So that's like $240 a year that I'm probably saving in haircuts. So let's look at that actually. So I have like an extra, actually we'll say by year one, I have an extra $240 to invest. And over 30 years, let's look at what that 240 each year turns into. So, and let's go with, we'll say the same growth rate as last time, 5%. And then so we'd be going one. The growth rate plus 240 again that year. So over time, it's really that little habit. And there really would be more because it'd be each haircut each year would probably be getting more expensive. So let's just say roughly, I mean, I'll have an extra in 30 years, I'll have an extra $16,000. And it would be more just from shifting that one habit. I mean, let's say you spent $200 a month on coffee or Starbucks, which actually I like the green tea frappuccinos until I learned to make them myself, spending about $200 a month. So, I mean, that's even more, right? So let's say 200 times 12. I mean, that's $160,000 habit by the end of the 30 years. And those prices would be going up, so it's even higher. So just crazy to think about. So think about ways that you can be intentional with your life. Think about the things that you don't really value that you can do yourself. Think about the fees that you're paying right now for even little bank fees, subscriptions that you don't really use, because these things really compound over time. Just this coffee habit of going out to coffee shops could make my future self, $160,000 richer. So it's pretty crazy. If you really enjoy it and you think it's worth it, and you meet friends there and socialize, I mean, that could be another thing, but reevaluate. So that's all I got for you today. Take care. Cut down those fees, cut down those subscriptions if you're not using them, figure out those bad habits, and I'll see you next time.